Holy smokes, this bike is fast now. Alright, so forget about the phase runner. I've been messing around with that for about 2 weeks, and ultimately it's just a slow acceleration. I popped this BDLC controller in, paired with a 72 volt battery, and now it goes about 43 miles per hour. I didn't really do the top speed test just now. This is really one of the first minutes that I've taken it out here. Just plugged everything in. We'll do a walk through here. I have like a scooter type setup here where there's a key. Right now we're not at full battery, 78.8 volts, because I've been testing it around. But earlier I just did a quick run. I did 44 miles per hour. I will do a little more testing. But this is what it looks like right now. I still haven't really cleaned up all the wires down below. But this controller is in Amazon. It's like $70 that I got it for. It's an Asian brand. I've already tested it out about 20 to 30 miles on my arielrider, and it made my arielrider go about 40 miles per hour. The specs are 72 volts, 45 to 60 amp maximum current. Again, that's only $70 on Amazon. The downside is there's no really hookup for a display, but hey, I'd rather have a fast bike, and all I really need is the voltage. Once you learn that, you kind of know your range and stuff like that. The battery inside is a UPP battery. It was $800 on Amazon. It's a 72 volt 40 amp, so it's a big tank in there. The discharge is also 60 amp maximum. Now it's rocking the stock motor because I didn't want to get any other motor. I didn't want to file the mount or anything like that. But with that said, let's do some range and some top speed tests. I need to scout the area for new routes. I think the first stop is going to be Baldwin Park. I have the lights set up for a regular Super 73 running through its normal battery. So I haven't really gone to the light section part yet. Alright, here's the top speed. Let's go. 22, 25, 28, 30, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 42, 43, 44. 44, and I ran out of real estate here. Yeah, let's keep going. Let's ride. Let's see how far we can further test this. Hopefully I don't burn my motor and stuff like that. I've been touching it here and there. It's not way too hot. It does get warm because we're pushing about 3,300 watts basically on the stock motor when it's rated for 2,000 watts. So obviously keep that in mind. You are gonna warp your warranty or anything like that, or just don't let Super 73 know. But this bike wasn't mine to begin with anyway. I didn't purchase it. I'm not the original owner. And it does have a V3 motor, just for reference. I don't recommend pushing the old motors. They're a little weaker on the gears, from my knowledge. The fastest I've gotten this was 40 mile per hour on my arielrider, but that's because the battery didn't have a big discharge on that one. This one it does. But with this controller, we're gonna try top speed right now. Ready, set, go. I'm getting a lot more torque and a lot more on the top speed. Let's go. 40 miles per hour now. 42, 43, 45, 46, 47. Woo. 47 miles per hour. That's perfect for me on a Super 73, and I have stock brakes and everything like that. My goal was to get 45, so I'm very happy with a 47 mile per hour Super 73 stock motor. Yeah, the controller was $70 on Amazon. I'll try to link down below. It's like a Yawn, some Asian brand. And the crazy thing is sometimes they have it on stock, sometimes they don't. And the UPP battery was $800. So I guess all in, I'm like $900 worth of upgrade to make your bike a lot faster. You know, you do have to account for the lights and everything like that, but again, I'm using the stock lights. The only downside with these lights is it kind of shuts off every 9 minutes or so because of the auto shut off from the Super 70 controller. If it's idle, there's an auto shut off. So that part sucks because on my aerial rider setup, I could turn that off. It doesn't have PAS, so you're really riding this like a throttle only type of deal. So I would say, yeah, this is a under $900 upgrade. You know, it's a 40 amp battery. I should get a ton of range. I should. Testing that out. But yeah, gosh, I'm gonna be selling my Onyx because I think this is a funner bike overall. Alright, so you can see we've been going about 4 miles already. 48 miles per hour is the top speed. We didn't start with a full charge, but again, just a quick walkthrough again. It goes on a key. We're at 77 volts. That's, you turn it off, turn it on. Yeah, this battery barely fits in here, so there's really no more space for a controller. I had the phase runner in there, which was very tiny, but that's what I was disappointed in the torque. The phase runner setup, I guess it's really just a 45 amp discharge at most, so I wasn't happy with that. It took really slow to get to 40 miles per hour. But yeah, I'm really happy with this setup. I'm ordering that controller more, but again, make sure when you get it, you could see that maximum current is 45 amp to 60 amp on the BMS. I mean on the current, so that way you can you know, get a good controller. The motor is not that hot at all. It's barely warm. So again, it's my first day out like this, but I'm going to be pushing it a little bit more just to show you guys, you know, an alternative to an upgrade, because, you know, not everyone has $2,500 more to upgrade a Super 73, right? The Super 73 is already around $3,000, or I think it's $3,700 now or something like that. And then on top of that, you have to really file your motor, which is really much more of a hassle in my opinion. So I like using the stock motor, using what I already have. So yeah, no pedal assist. That's the con. You can just pedal it manually. But this bike is, the battery is about 40 pounds. So that's also, keep that in mind. So I guess the bike already in itself was 90 pounds. So plus 40, this bike is around 135 pounds now, which is still not bad. Like, I could still lift it. It's still more portable than an Onyx in my opinion. So it's a nice portable motorbike at about 140 pounds. Since we're only having an LCD voltage here, low 60s, I think around 63, 64 volts is when I should stop riding. We did test top speed already. Now we're just kind of testing like the range of this 40 amp battery. Although we didn't really start from the full battery, but I'm confident with all my other 40 amp battery, I'm confident we'll get at least 30, 35 miles. So let's roll, let's keep going on here. So let's start from the 0 again. And then you guys can count down how fast it gets up to 40 miles per hour, because I don't really have a way to tell. All right, ready, set, go. of headwind. Holy smokes. There's a lot of crosswinds up here. Bugs were freaking dying on my goggles. Like we were going that fast. I have to clean my goggles. So I bought this half twist throttle. The full twist seems way too dangerous for my preference. You can actually whiskey throttle this bike now. So I like the half twist version. Not only that, the full twist version had a cap here, and I need to drill I need to make a hole here for my signal lights. That's why I went with the half twist. And then this one seems to be I haven't put my signal here. I do have my left signals, but that's the next thing. Again, we were just so excited to take it out already, and we're losing light. So we're gonna go for, you know, around 20 to 30 miles today. Take it to its paces. Just add some miles. Hopefully I don't get stuck, because I'm screwed if I do get stuck. Actually, yeah, I've been meaning to touch the motor after that. Yeah, it's not dangerously. It's barely warm. Barely warm. It's not hot to touch at all. I had my other motors hotter. So I don't, you know, obviously do this upgrade in your own risk. I don't really care if my motor goes out. I'll buy another one. As soon as I plug in the motor, make sure you plug in the self-learning tool, the self-learning cables, and then wait like 100 per instructions. Wait like 120 seconds. It doesn't need to be that long, but once your motor gets going, you can unplug the auto learning cables, and then pretty much you're good to go. I mean, that's all I had to do. Alright, 75 volts, but we're in Duarte within minutes. Oh my gosh, it's so torquey. Alright, we're gonna go behind FedEx here. Or not. So it's like the in-between, you know, with my stealthbomber and my onyx. Really, I think 47 miles per hour or 48 miles per hour. That's perfect. And the torque is really where it matters too, you know. With the phase runner, I could get to those speeds, but it was very, very slow. There's the Duarte bike trail that we want to check out, and it starts about here somewhere. All right, here we go. Okay, it's still very pedalable. It's still doable. There's an e-biker there. The next thing is definitely, I'm gonna try to do the cruise control. I think that would be cool, cruising at slow speeds like this. So this bike is jerky because of the torque. My neck actually just snaps back now, so that's something, you know, something to consider. This setup was first on my arielrider xclass 52 volts. I went around 20 miles testing it on the arielrider. The BMS on my arielrider 72 volt battery was only 30 to 40 amp. So that's why I wanted to pair it with this 60 amp. And I think that's what made the, you know, the 8 mile per hour from 48 miles per hour versus 40 miles per hour. I don't know what this is, like an outlet. Okay, some kind of off-road. And then, yeah. So yeah, that's our first hill kind of test. So I've never been here. Wanted to check it out for myself so we can do some bike riding here on the weekend. Pleasant and easy. Let's get back on the street because it looks like this bike lane is ending. I've been, you know, feeling my controller here and there. No issues there at all either. I really don't like how fat these tires are though. Very stubborn at turning. And if you think about it, they're not really made to go over 40 miles per hour. So I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of wear and tear on them soon, and I'll replace them with my Shinko tires. Basically, I looked for the biggest 72 volt battery, which UPP offers, that would fit in the frame. And at the same time, it was not as crazy expensive. Alright, we're going to brake at Encanto Park here. So we're still at 75 volts. Still a lot of power. And we've gone quite the distance already. Oh yes, Azusa. That's where we were going to go. We need to go all the way up to Azusa. So that's a good little bit of a hill test there. So one thing I'm noticing is, the throttle is jerky. But most torquey bikes are jerky like that. But it doesn't feel like gradual, like the Onyx, there's a gradual push to it. This one is just jerky. Like on, off, on, off, on. I'm sure you could switch. You could maybe get a thumb throttle if that's something you're considering. We're still at 74 volts, so I think I could try going up and kind of like test it a little bit going uphill, Azusa here. Should I? It's gonna start to have a steep climb. I've always wanted to go to OHV area, but that's a lot further up. Well, we're gonna just adventure a little bit further up. Let's see how far we can go up. I'm not gonna go all the way up. I especially don't want to burn my motor or my controller on the first day of use. But we're gonna explore a little bit. Okay, here we go. Let's go up. Alright. We're in an incline test here. We're like 90% throttling. I just want to feel my controller, feel my motor. Warmer than earlier, but not dangerously warm. Not dangerously hot. Alright, we're going to keep climbing just a little further. Push this bike a little more to the limit. I'll show you guys the miles per hour. And again, we are climbing gradually. May not look like it on the camera, but this is a climb. This is a mountain. Similar to the GMR Glendora side, but this is the Azusa side. Okay, going up the hill. Yeah, 28, 30 miles per hour, and I'm just half throttling. I'm not gonna max it. There's no way I want to max this. Not on the first day. So easily doing 32 miles per hour, 33. And again, I want to say I'm 60% throttling. Wow. The other reason why I didn't want to do the expensive upgrade, because again, they don't have a lot of range. Those expensive batteries that are 100 amp on the discharge, they're only about 25, 32 amp total. But yeah, they are faster. They get up to like 55 miles per hour. But how often do you need to really be at that high speed? At least for me, I don't think it's necessary. 47, 48 miles per hour is perfect. I believe we're at the dam already. And we have 72 volts. But it's windy as hell up here. Alright, we're gonna pause here. we're gonna feel our battery and our controller just to be on the safe side. Okay, it's warm, but it's not hot. Controller doesn't feel like anything. It's cold. I wish I can touch the XT60 contact points, but I know they're underneath here somewhere. Yeah, they're not hot at all. So yeah, this UPP battery is just XC60. I can split and add more lights if I wanted. But yeah, we've been going 15 miles already. Looks like I'm still 5 miles away from the OHV area. I'm gonna head back because again, I don't want to ruin my first day experience. So we're gonna go downhill now. Let's go. And these brakes, I think it's still considered good. It's not the best, but these stock Tektro brakes on the Super73 RX, it seems like it's doable for a fast bike that goes about 47, 48 miles per hour. It does its job, in my opinion. Barely throttling here. Going about 32. Let's see, let's throttle a little bit. 40. Woo. There was about like a dozen of police on their motorbikes, and I kind of wanted to ride with them, but I missed them. Darn. Oh well, another day. Alright, we got sidetracked a little bit. We're gonna try to get back on the bike path. Holy smokes, this is a different bike for sure. I'm still feeling the quirks of it all and stuff. Alright, it says there's a bike route here somewhere. From my map, this should take us back to Santa Fe Dam. We've gone about 20 miles in like less than an hour, I believe. Having so much fun on this thing. 48 miles per hour is still our top speed. Yep. Like this thing carries rocks all from the mountains, I believe. I've only passed by it, but alright, that's a connector. Okay, let's head back south towards home. If I hadn't mentioned before, I kind of like that there's a key now, you know? Alright, but that's going to be today's vlog, folks. Right now it says 24 miles that I've gone. 48 miles per hour was my top speed. Believe it or not, I'm still at 72 volts. It's still climbing up sometimes because of the voltage sag. I'm so glad I did this upgrade. Thank you for tuning in. Check out the useful links in the description below for discounts on the Super73 Aerial Rider or DIY bafang kit. I also wanted to mention here that so as far as range goes, I didn't start at, I probably started at 85%, but I've gone about 25 miles according to my GPS here, and I'm still at 72 volts. So that's like 72 volts on a 84 volts fully charged. This is about half-life. So based on my statistics here, I'm convinced I could get at least 50 miles, and that's like a range of like city use and bike use, doing like over 40 miles per hour and then cruising at 20 miles per hour. So kind of like a mixed use like that. So that's amazing, and that's exactly why I bought this battery. So I'm extremely happy so far here in the 26 miles of testing. But yeah, that's gonna be a wrap, folks. See you guys in the next ride. Peace.